This is Justin AMZN on Tuesday, November 13th, 2018. And after hours yesterday, we came almost down to our 1617 price. And then pre-market, we came almost up to our 1665 price. And right before open, we're looking to be right in the middle of yesterday's primary consolidation range here. This little distribution, accumulation, whatever it is. So it kind of just means wait. So let's see what happens at the open. Very quickly, we run up into 1665. And this has been a great line. It was a great resistance, support and resistance yesterday. And we can see what's going to happen here today. This could be a place that you're going short, right as the 5-minute candle is closing, right on this line. Or if you wait, you have a little bit of time here as it throws in kind of a hammer at a not great location for a hammer, more of a resistance than a support. But then it does actually start to reverse and moves down, retests a little bit, takes out the low, and comes down all the way into 1617. So really quickly moves from this line to this line. And then does it move back up? Well, it kind of does start to. Not straight there, but it throws this little pullback in, then runs up. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, you could have shorted it here, could have bought back here, then could have bought here and sold here, and played both directions just off of these two lines. That actually would have worked today. Didn't work great yesterday, but it did today. And I don't know why, but it just did. And so being patient for days where it lines up so well with these lines. I mean, it didn't even get a close above until here, obviously, this candle. And then didn't even get a close below here, but it just danced into that price and then bounced. Even got a double bottom sort of set up. And then this really high wave candle right in the middle and just continued on to track up. So I mean, you could have even been trailing your stop on this, and it would have worked great. So in a few candles here, we get this little guy. Really nice, small, high wave candle right on our 1665 price. And with my virtual account, I was trying to short it here or trying to get into some puts, and they did not fill until this, I think this high right here. I don't think it was this candle. I'm pretty sure it was this high. Somehow that filled when I had the limit set at 10 for the put. So it was the 1600 put expiring this Friday. And right here it filled, and then it pushed lower. So it engulfed these candles in a nice rest after battle. And then it does another rest after battle, and then goes sideways for 20, 25 minutes, and then starts to break down some more. And let's see, somewhere in here, I think it was in here, this started to pull back, started to move up a little bit. I just tightened the stop up because I thought, it could have come down to this as a neckline. And then where was it? I think in here. Yeah, I got stopped out or trailed out here. So I made something on it. Got trailed out here, and then it went ahead and reversed right there. And had I not touched it, let's see, did it get all the way down? No, didn't quite get all the way down. But I'll show you the option now. So just looking at the day. So there's the calls, here's the puts. So it had this move through this little candle right on the 1665, and I was trying to bracket that candle. So I was going 10 by 9, got filled at 10 here. Now virtually, so I'm assuming maybe it would have filled with real money. But 10 by 9, just basically bracketing that candle. I liked that candle, that location so much. It filled over here, and then just kind of trickled higher. And I could have gotten out at 16, and I saw it move up into this range, 14, 15, 16 in here and chop around. And I moved the stop up, I think to 1350. So once it started to chop around up here, I moved the stop, I think to 1350, and it got stopped out at 1320, which was weird because it didn't even, oh no, it did. It closed at 1320. Okay. So, from 10 up to 1320, I mean, 3.2 R. So that was pretty cool. I was looking for it to get up to 20, which it did end up getting up to, but I thought that would have been really cool on this kind of move where it was just bouncing between these lines. Um, sorry, the lines on the stock. If it would have done something like, do its whole retracement back up to, the highs, not quite all the way to the high, and this was asking for it to get to 20 was probably um, a little bit of a stronger move than it had in it because it didn't get down into this line again, but the option did hit 20 on that candle. So had I left it alone, not tightened up my stop at all, and just gotten in here by here with the option, that would have hit my target, which this price was about the same as this price. The low here was 1624. The low here was 1624.14. So it makes sense that, that'd be a nice target, nice place to exit your profits. Nice target. And it just didn't get there with the option price, but it still got to 20. So I could have held for a move 10 by 9 up to 20. That would have been 10 R. Instead, I got 3.2 R on this little move. And it could have even been 6 R instead of 3.2. So, it was a pretty cool day just seeing that work out and seeing how well it traded the lines here. Now, had you been looking to buy here, maybe you missed the put, but were you looking to buy here or here? So this candle, this is 9 o'clock, and then this was 9:25. So we could look at the calls at 9 o'clock. Would have been hard to buy down here, even off of yesterday's prices. It didn't get this low towards the end of the day there. Let's see, did it get that low any other time? No. So we lost some premium today with the calls. And then these candles, I mean, once it put in this low at 787, this low is 790. So it's possible somebody was buying 8 by 7, but that would have been getting your stop below this candle, not this candle. So it would have been hard to trade that just knowing the range. And probably would have worked out to wait for, a small candle like this one. Get in 12 by 11 or something. This was the candle at 945. So at 945, that was this candle, which hadn't broken out yet. So that would have been an aggressive trade, taking the option, a breakout up here by a stop right here, and not even getting below, not even bracketing this one, but that could be 2R into this line, getting in above with a stop here. So the setup would be okay, decent, but not great. But that would have been a move from, 12 on up to probably 18 near the high here. So that would have been 6R right there to do something like that. 6R on a move from here to here. That would have happened in 15 minutes. And then it actually moved up a little bit higher. But then, so then this candle, we talked about that one. And then this looking like a multi-bottom breakout, retest, starts to bounce, and then the bounce doesn't happen and that breaks down. So had you been looking to kind of bracket this with the squeeze forming and looking for it either to break out or break down, would have been, even if you'd done these two candles, so stop above this and the trigger here, that's the 1255 put. 1255 would have been right here. So the range on this is $1.30, so that would have been a little bit wide. Would have been a nice range on this candle at 1250. That was only 52 cents. So you could have gotten like 14 by 13. And no, because the low there was 1290. So something like that. It's close to $1, but you probably would have needed a little bit more. And just have the conviction that, hey, we're just going to get in directionally on this and see what happens, or set up both, set up a bullish trade and a bearish trade, and the bearish trade ended up working. So maybe you did 14 by 13, and that worked up to 20. So that's, had you held that far, maybe you held too long and got out at 16, that's still 2R. And then had you been doing the bracket, so 1250, you bracketed this, got in, like 950 by 850, and then you got stopped out for an R, you still got an R gain, which, is still good for the day. This just kind of chopped down. Didn't really do much more with the calls here. We just went sideways. And then with the puts, that was the last big move here. Last big move, and then that just chopped. So there are a few key places to trade this with puts from the open, and then the reversal, and then again with puts from the smaller candles here on up, and then a little bit here. So a few different places that you could have grabbed. A couple R. I grabbed 3R from this, not that whole thing, from this piece of it. Didn't get this low, but just trying to trade some of the candles that I like to see, and it worked out. So I hope this helps. Hope you're seeing things that you like to trade, and I hope this video is helpful to map out what's going on in the options to these candles. Love seeing these small candles. We'll look for some more of those tomorrow. We'll see if we're going to continue on down. Let's see, after hours, we're back up a little bit. So we're right in the middle of this, right like we were at the pre-market, right before the market opened this morning. So really close there. And looks like we're just chopping around in the no man's land. So we'll be really interested to see if we get below and get down here again into 1500s. If we take a slightly bigger view, I hate that scrolling, it takes forever. This is starting to look like a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. And so this is kind of playing out like we had some indecision in here, just chopping around just like we had today on the other side of this head. So we could have a little bit of a bigger move into almost 1700, and then a reversal, and then we'll see if it really plays out like a head and shoulders. Let's see. Really hard to see here, but I guess here's a shoulder, here's a head, and then a potential shoulder forming the next couple days, and then a breakdown. That would be that pattern. So we'll really see if it's going to do that or if it's going to do something else. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this video. This is Justin Amazon. Thanks.